Hi, good morning. Thank you very much for joining us for the part 2 of Journey to Success. And we are once again joined by a very brilliant presenter, Mr. Asad Mahmood Malik. He has joined us from Islamabad, though he works for our Peshawar team, but currently he's in his Islamabad home. A very big hello to you, Asad Malik. Thank you again for joining us. So today's topic is vision, the power of visualization, and we look forward to some very insightful presentation today. And we are joined by a good number of attendees once again. So thank you very much for joining us for the part 2. इसके बाद we will still have 4 parts remaining. तो ये पूरे रमज़ान में ये सीरीज चलेगी and in total we have 6 parts और बहुत ही important areas of professional development को ये चीज़ें cover कर रही होंगी, all the topics that we have shortlisted और वो आपने email पे भी पूरी schedule देख लिया होगा. इसके अलावा यही registration link ही आपने use करना है to join all these sessions. But before I hand over microphone to Asad Malik, if we can just do a little sound check. If you can let me know if you can hear me all right by typing yes. आपने yes लिखकर मुझे भेजना है if you're able to hear. Perfect. 100% people can hear me all right, so this is great. So Asad, without wasting any time, I know you have a lot to share with our audiences today, so let's move to you now. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Rashid. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. A very warm welcome to all the dear students and affiliates today of आज के session में, which is vision, the power of visualization. This is very important in terms of because I have been student myself, और जो पूरी एक journey है student से affiliate and then from affiliate to becoming a member, then fellow member. So you are always there as a professional, as a student, और एक journey है, एक aspiration है, एक मकसद है जिसको आप अपनी life में लेकर चलते हैं. और अक्सर ये होता है कि most of the time it happens that you always are doing a lot of great effort, putting a lot of hard work, but still confused, still not clear, still the aim is very cloudy, where to go, how to actually further improvise myself in my career, which are those skills जिन पर मुझे काम करना चाहिए, who I am as a professional. Am I an audit specialist, or I have to select to go towards the tax side, or is it the business advisory? So being a thorough professional accountant, which is my side, and what I am to deliver in this world, in this profession, and how I am going to contribute. These are all very important questions जो हम usually अपने आप से उस तरह से हम कलाम होके या अपने आप से उस तरह से एड्रेस नहीं करते, but these are very important questions. और इस सब का जो core है, that is the vision, because vision is very important. विजन इसलिए भी इम्पोर्टेंट है बिकॉज हम विजन को कैसे डिफाइन करते हैं एंड व्हाट ultimately we translate through vision is very important here to understand. So today we are here with the session which is vision, the power of visualization. If you can see the slide, so on the slide there is the king of the birds called falcon, shaheen, eagle, with the vision, with the perfect vision which no other animal has. कंप्लीट एनिमल फ्रेटर्निटी के अंदर इससे परफेक्ट विजन आपको किसी का नहीं मिलेगा. इवन 8 times far and better vision than humans. If अगर इंसान को अगर ईगल की आंख लगा दी जाए, so he can see the crawling ant from the 8 floors ahead, standing from the roof, can see that. And if the person is sitting in the arena and in the thousands of the crowd, he can see the expression of the basketball player while who is playing far away by you sitting at a very awkward position in the arena. So, और अगर हम इस by structure बात करें तो the eyes, the structure of the eyes, Allah, the creator has blessed to this animal is bigger than his even brain size. The best thing when the eagle is flying, it flies with a lot of very good speed and pace. And he is very much aware of all around the surroundings में क्या चल रहा है, environment क्या है, कैसा, how's the climate, how's the wind, is there a storm? He is very much focused, very much focused. So this is also one of the reasons that eagle has been also taught as a subject of leadership as well. So this is the reason why Eagle is here on this slide. When we talk about visionary leadership or vision, so we talk about eagles. So when eagle is actually looking for its prey, so he can see above 100 feet above from the sky and even observing each and every movement of its prey. And even when it's targeting or attacking the prey, वो इस चीज का बड़ा ख्याल रखता है कि even during that focus, the curvature of his eyes moves quickly within the microseconds and he doesn't lose its focus. So it's very important. Likewise, in our routines, in our professional career, it's very important to reflect from the actions of this animal uh, in our careers and personal and professional side as well. This is very important. So विजन बनता कैसे है, कौन से ऐसे एलिमेंट्स हैं, कौन से ऐसे इंग्रेडिएंट्स हैं जो मिलकर विजन को बनाते हैं. दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू अंडरस्टैंड हियर. एंड इसके अंदर एक इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज है टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट आई साइट. सो थ्रू साइट्स वी कैन सी द ऑल अराउंड, जो हमारे इर्द गिर्द जो कुछ भी है, हमारी सराउंडिंग्स है, वी कैन कंप्लीटली 6 by 6 अपनी हम आई साइट से कंप्लीट उसको देख सकते हैं. बट विजन टेक्स यू बियॉन्ड. With the help of vision, you can see even beyond the wall. You can see even beyond the upcoming 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, and it's very long term. Vision actually helps you to see yourself after 8 years, after 10 years, after 15 years of your life. In the last session, which I conducted and delivered, we talked about where we talked about the belief systems that you need to start looking at your empire up at the hill when the rocks are there. People would say it's irrational. So that belief system, जो thought process की हमने उस वक्त बात की, basically that is something which is called vision. It's very important to have. ये विजन जो है सेंसिबली ड्रॉ कैसे किया जाता है, how you know that what I am thinking with me, with these 6 pointers as a framework is actually my vision, ये कैसे पता चले. इसके लिए बड़ा important है ये समझना to see कि हमारे इर्द गिर्द का कल्चर और हम किन वैल्यूज को सुबह शाम जीते हैं, which are those actually values which we love, which we actually live the complete day in the routine through have lived so far in our lives in the last 20 years of our lives, 22 years of life, and what we aspire through those values. That is very important. For example, if some of your friend comes to you and say that यार मैं अपनी लाइफ के अंदर कुछ ऐसा करना चाहता हूँ कि मैं लोगों की खिदमत कर सकूं, I contribute to people's life, I create ease for people, I want to help poor people, I want to do charity. So what's the impression people around that particular person will get? Number one, he is very selfless. He is a person who wants to work around the public value. He believes in the integrity, and so he wants to deliver back to the society. So these will be the values जो quickly आपके ज़हन में आएंगी जब वो शख्स आपको कुछ इस तरह की स्टेटमेंट देगा. So basically आपकी values, आपकी सोच, आपकी इखलाकी कदरें, ये तमाम चीजें उस सीड की तरह होती हैं, उस बीज की तरह होती हैं जो आप लगाते हैं और वो एक पौधे से एक दरख्त में और तब्दील होता है. So likewise for any institutions, likewise for you as well. Your thought process, आप सोचते क्या हैं, आपका मकसद क्या है, ये सब चीजें मिलकर आपका पैशन, आपकी जुस्तजू, आपकी एफर्ट, थॉट प्रोसेस, आप क्या करना चाहते हैं, कंट्रीब्यूट, mainly the contribute actually gives you a complete picture, and when you put that all together makes your vision. इस पर हम बात करते हैं further. So first of all, very important is the purpose. So you put together your purpose. Whatsoever is your purpose in life, just think, just close your eyes for a moment and think with yourself that what is your purpose, what actually you want to do, what you actually want to deliver from your life in even in the next 15 years, where you want to put yourself, what is the ultimate purpose you want to achieve. So then you come on to the values जो भी हमने बात की है. और even talking about organizations, public practice firms जहां पर आप लोग काम करते हैं, banks, industry, और आप अपने किसी आइडिया के ऊपर काम कर रहे होते हैं, इन तमाम केसेस के अंदर it's very important, and even it's with the organizations, it's a very universal law. जैसे हम चीजों को अपनी पर्सनालिटी के ऊपर एज अ प्रोफेशनल, एज अ पर्सन ट्रांसलेट करते हैं, likewise organizations also look for their purpose and values. So you put together the purpose, even you're working at some organization. So the leader, the CEO sitting at the top puts together the purpose and the values of that organization. And through through that purpose, particular purpose and values, you actually start visualizing. आप तसव्वुर करना start करते हैं कि how it looks like when I put together my purpose and values, what actually the picture it creates. So it's very important to understand कि visualization एक बहुत important, एक God gifted built in ability है जो creator ने हमें दी है. uh, Many poets and artists and intellectuals from the history have talked about this. बात करते हैं जब इलामा इकबाल की. So he says, खुदी को कर बुलंद इतना कि हर तकदीर से पहले खुदा बंदे से खुद पूछे बता तेरी रजा क्या है. So he's talking about khudi, your inner, what you have so far with you, your purpose, your values, आपकी अखलाकी कदरें, उनको आप जितना बुलंद करते हैं, तो there comes a time when Allah comes, the Creator Himself asks you, okay, what is it you want from your life? Likewise, another very close to my heart, Rumi says that the complete universe is within you. So when we talk about that complete universe is within you, तो हमें अपनी उस mightiness का, उस वसत का अंदाजा होता है of human being कि all the six senses when put together, the thoughts, the values, जिस environment में हम रहते हैं, हमारे mentors, हमने last session के ऊपर इस पे mentors के ऊपर काफी हमने बात की थी. Who are those people who actually invest in your growth? Who backs your parachute? So putting all those together in one framework and putting that into one-liner statements and visualizing it properly gives you a vision. Okay. So here, let's talk about now किसी एक इदारे का, किसी एक कंपनी का, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का जो विजन है वो कैसे वजूद में आता है, how it actually comes into existence. Let's understand this journey. So in front of us we have a purpose for an organization, which is called ACCA. आप लोगों का अपना the very own your very own brand. So we'll today talk about the vision of ACCA. So the purpose of ACCA, we are a force for public good. Just focus on. We are a force for public good. We lead the global accountancy profession by creating opportunity. So you have actually put together that purpose, and the values: inclusion, integrity, and innovation. Now, what अब आपकी विजन स्टेटमेंट जो भी होने वाली है अगली स्लाइड के ऊपर is going to be the complete reflection of these values and the purpose जिसकी हमने बात की है, the force for public good. So, putting these both purpose and values all together into one framework delivers you the vision. And the vision says the ability to anticipate future trends by extrapolating existing trends and facts and filling the gaps by thinking innovatively, anticipating future innovation. So so you will see the ingredients of your values and purpose within your vision. And that's how the visions are built. And these are very important. Okay, let's talk about a little bit about the vision, the role of vision and its impact and contribution to throughout the journeys, especially your journey when you are a student, and from your student to an affiliate, and to from affiliate to becoming a successful member in your careers. Vision is going to play a very important role. Likewise, it has played in the history, in the lives of all the successful people. आप जिसको भी आप read कर लें उसके लाइफ में विजन लाजमी होगा. लेकिन but one thing is very important to understand: vision alone is going to do nothing until it gets drived by until it gets driven by few important ingredients, and those are the dream and action. When we talk about, people usually actually also confuse the dream with the vision. Vision is actually something which talks altogether about your about every ingredient of your thought process, and putting all of your ingredients, आपकी पूरी सोच को, आपके मैवर को एक one liner देने का नाम basically vision है. But dream is something which is definitely related to what actually you dream out of with your passions and everything. So that is very important. Very known person, Steve Jobs, Mary, one of my favorite personality, and I always love him to quote at number of places. He saw a dream to make a contribution to the world by making tools for the mind that advance humankind. So see, there is a purpose and there is also a contribution. And there is also a talk about selfless contribution and development. And if you see the translation into actions, CEO, co-founder of Apple, majority shareholder of Pixar, a member of the Walt Disney Company's board of directors following its acquisition of Pixar, and also the founder and CEO of Pixar. See, so how it gets translated into the action or measurable outcomes. And other very important personality, very close to my heart, Jinnah Saab, the great leader, the founder of Pakistan, and his dream was actually to get a separate homeland for the Muslims, for the subcontinent. Religion, he talks about religion, civilization, traditions. See, so how excellently he has put together the values of Muslims, the values of us in terms of our identity on this earth, along with the purpose. And a very great mix and combination leads to very fine actions and outcomes, where He started as a barrister, politician, and also then founded Pakistan as well. So great history, and he was also, the first Governor General of Pakistan. So far we have seen a life of a successful entrepreneur, the leader, and now let's talk about the artist side of us as well, because we have everything within us. The even being professional thorough accountants, we all have built in all of the aspects with us. There is a creativity part with us. There is we have a built-in leader within us. So we have everything within us. So we need to explore. So the picture in front of you is of the Michelangelo, a very known sculpture artist, and he puts his dream just a very small quick liner that reawakening the viewer to inspirational powers, and when how he actually translates into the measurable outcomes through his actions. That is unparalleled influence on the development of Western art. And people used to say he used to he used to work on the sculptures with that much focus, with that much of clarity of the vision, कि अगर उन स्कल्पचर्स में रूह फूंक दी जाए तो वो बात करना शुरू हो जाएंगे. सो इतनी कैलिब्रेशन और डेडिकेशन होती थी इनके स्कल्पचर्स के अंदर. That is one of the reasons he is still being remembered as one of the very fine artists. Otherwise, if you are actually unable to channelize your vision and not even able to put it properly together, your thought process, your purpose and values, what it's going to do with you. You'll keep on struggling. You'll keep on making effort day and night. You'll keep on going like, which you will be lost in the middle of the nowhere actually. Maybe on the look of it, you're wearing a proper suit with the tie and everything. आप सब कुछ हैं, आप रोज सुबह उठेंगे, आप ब्रेकफास्ट करेंगे, आप एक जाएंगे, आप काम करेंगे, लेकिन it will be more like an exercise. और maybe बहुत सारे लोग हम में से ये सोचते हैं कि let's not think about the upcoming 8 years of our lives or 10 years of our lives. Let's see कि हमने अगले 1 माह में या 2 माह में, let's go. Usually students thinks कि let's see ball to ball, जिस तरह क्रिकेट के अंदर एक टर्म यूज होती है कि let's go by ball to ball. So हम ये समझते हैं कि ओके नहीं, let's put together ourselves for the upcoming month or 2 months or 3 months. It helps in a good, in some reasonable way, but not takes you to some destination where you want to go, or if there is any aspiration. So it's very important. Usually we struggle because of this, because we can't put ourselves together to see ourselves through the next 8 years, 10 years of our life, and that's very important. Otherwise it will be simply like, once again I would say, जिस तरह से आप सहरा के अंदर you will see क्या resources हैं, कहाँ जाना चाहिए, क्या करना चाहिए, so will be actually lost in the middle of nowhere. Okay, when you put together the vision, the other important thing जो इसमें से आप डिराइव करते हैं, या आप विजन आपने एक बना लिया, एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का विजन आपके सामने है, अब how it's going to work, how actually you are going to use that vision for your betterment, for the best of your career support. अब कैसे आप इसको इस्तेमाल करेंगे, इसको चैनलाइज आप कैसे करेंगे, that is very important. That is कि आप अपने विजन में से डिराइव्ड करेंगे मिशन को, कि अब आपने you need to go on the top of the peak, आपने पीक के टॉप पे जाना है. For example, let's talk about Mount Everest peak. So Mount Everest peak is the vision where you have to reach and put your flag. But to reach there, you need to create some mission. Now you will create a mission. If you all have watched this Mission Impossible series, uh, जो कि I think when I was in my teenage, तब से uh, ये series जो है चल रही है and still very trending and very one of the uh, one of the uh, जब भी series आती हैं तो it's the talk of the world actually, or it's everywhere on the screens, the Tom Cruise. So if you can see right now in all these three जो हमारे सामने portion है picture के, एक में he is just hanging out of the plane and strongly looking at somewhere with a very good conviction and focus. In the other screen, he is on the bike again with the very strong, sharp focus. And then in the last picture, he is actually climbing on the Burj Al Khalifa, one of the tallest, largest buildings in the world, and is actually up to something. So you see, he is up to something with the mission. So he actually, to reach to that top, he put himself into a mission framework, that how now I'm going to achieve it. So let's put a mission statement to it. Okay, how I'm going to achieve it. So you create a thought process to your mission side as well. So you give yourself a mission statement. मिसाल के तौर पे, after 10 good years, you want to see yourself as a proper professional, maybe a chief tax advisor. So today starts the mission, that what are those 10 good steps which are going to be a part of my mission, which if I actually जिनको मैं करता हूं तो जिनके करने से I am going to the aspire the vision I have created. And what mission defines, and again then mission defines the strategy. Okay, so you are up for a mission. Now you need to define a strategy. For example, हम बहुत, if you have watched, आपने बहुत सारी movies देखी होंगी, especially war movies, या war के अंदर क्या होता है battle movies में, कि there is some particular aim and उसको win करने के लिए battle को जीतने के लिए आप एक strategy create करते हैं. And if you talk about the organizations, या organizations का thought process understand करने के लिए भी, even बहुत सारे professionals या हम being a professional बहुत सी जगहों पर इसलिए भी अपना track lose कर देते हैं, because we lose that connection with, or the pulse, our pulse with the pulse of the organization. We are unable to see how organization is actually thinking, and it's very important कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जिस कंपनी के लिए हम काम करते हैं उसकी क्या वैल्यूज हैं, पर्पस है, और वो जो विजन है उसको अचीव करने के लिए व्हाट्स दैट विजन स्टेटमेंट. और जो टॉप ऑफ द लाइन है, जितने भी हमारे सीईओज हैं, सीईओ हैं हमारे, उनकी टीम नीचे जो एग्जीक्यूटिव टीम है, बोर्ड ऑफ मेंबर्स हैं, जो सीनियर मैनेजमेंट है, डिसीजन मेकर्स हैं, जो पार्टनर्स हैं हमारी फर्म्स के, जो इंडस्ट्री के अंदर मेरा हेड ऑफ डिपार्टमेंट है, कोई टीम लीडर है, कोई भी है, हाउ एक्चुअली दे आर वर्किंग अराउंड with the, what are those actually steps, what are those measurable outcomes जो कि जिनको वो channelize कर रहे हैं to reach to that vision. So strategy is very important, and strategies again, strategies are not for a month or 2 months or 6 months. हम हमेशा strategy को अक्सर at basic being students जब हम affiliate बनते हैं, even with the members most of the time, where we do struggle when we confuse our strategy side with the objectives. Your strategy is something which talks about that how, because vision doesn't talk about 6 months, I told you. So vision is going to actually talk about the next 5 years, that where organization wants to be after 5 years, where organization wants to be after 10 years. So to go through those 10 years, what is the strategy? So strategy is going to be very long term. It's going to be for sure minimum 5 years, 3 years, minimum 3 to 4 years. Strategy is long term. So you build up your strategy, and then strategy defines कि आपकी टीम का स्ट्रक्चर कैसा होगा, आपके ऑब्जेक्टिव सेटिंग्स क्या होंगी। एंड वो जो हम बात करते हैं, जो हम डेली रूटीन वर्क है, या जो हमारा मिड ईयर रिव्यू होता है 6 मंथ्स बाद, 3 माह के बाद, साल के बाद एनुअल रिव्यू होता है, और उससे पहले जिन लोगों के साथ हम मिलकर काम कर रहे होते हैं, जिसमें आपको पता चलता है कि ओके, ये मेरे सुपरवाइजर हैं, ये मेरे पार्टनर हैं सीनियर, ये मेरी टीम के 4 लोग हैं, ये ऑडिट टीम है। ये सब चीजें आती हैं आपकी स्ट्रैटेजी से। आप स्ट्रैटेजी से डिफाइन करते हैं कि हाउ द टीम इज गोइंग टू लुक लाइक। वेरी इजी एग्जांपल, इफ फॉर एग्जांपल इफ यू गो in a match against a cricket match, everyone I'm sure is very much familiar about the cricket, because cricket has always been the romance of Pakistan. So when we talk about cricket, so if you are going in a match against Australia, so Australia is going to be tough. So when you are going to go against Australia, so you need to strategize yourself accordingly. You know, now you're going to bring in the players which are psychologically strong, a strong, aggressive opening batsman. So you actually articulate your team accordingly. You design your team accordingly. And you put the objective settings that, for example, in the first 10 overs or in the first 15 overs, we need to have this much score on the board. Likewise, when you are out to achieve some very great mission, vision, and there is a very fine mission under that umbrella of vision, and then you strategize it, then that defines that what, who are those people going to work with you, how many marketing people are going to be there, how many people are going to be there from the audit side. So what's actually going to be the team is going to be comes from strategy, and then it ultimately defines you these both things. What it further defines, let's see. Action. Now you are at the action. Usually we go, हम इसके उलट जाते हैं. We start from the other side of it. We join the office, we come in, and before actually understanding the environment around, the vision, the strategy, the objectives, the crux of the overall things around you, and we start coming in and we start with the action. Okay, let's start the work. And this is the reason most of us get exhausted, frustrated, leads us nowhere. So when everything is clear here and here and with your body language, then comes the fine action. So you see, if you see the picture, in the picture, his eyes, his muscles, his body language is completely into the work, and he is completely very much clear with the action, what he wants to do. What it further defines, let's see, the reality. हम बहुत सारे, if we see बैंक के ads देखते हैं with the very corporate tall buildings, you know, when we see people in the films giving presentations, so वो जो एक rhythm चल रहा है conversations का, video conference का, you see um, a successful brand ambassador is there. So this all actually gets translated through all of these steps जो हमने अब तक डिस्कस किए हैं. ओके, इस सारे प्रोसेस के अंदर जो अब तक हमने डिस्कस किया है, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इज टू अंडरस्टैंड द स्ट्रैटेजी पार्ट. हमने स्ट्रैटेजी की बात भी की, उस पर हम थोड़ा सा मजीद बात करेंगे, बिकॉज इस सारे प्रोसेस के अंदर स्ट्रैटेजी इज द न्यूक्लियस, strategy is the core, that what actually your team lead, your partners of your firm, or your head of department, or your senior from the team actually works are working around that strategy should be clear to you, should be transparent enough to you, so that you bring complete productivity and effectiveness in your objectives which you are delivering day in and out and over the year as well. So few of the important things of its existence. For example, it's very much intacted with the leadership part, with the senior management part, and they have a very direct control and grip over the strategy subject. The other thing is that is alignment with the vision and core values. Your senior management is going to ensure that whatsoever is the strategy right now in front of you is very much aligned with the vision and the core values. And very important that it is the embodiment of the strategy, but not involved day to day. You would see okay, it's not going to be something which is going to be on your table or आपकी रोज डिस्कशन का हिस्सा होगी. You are going to not talk about strategy every day. Those are the objectives जो आपने strategy से define करनी है. Because something which you are going to achieve in 6 years is not something जिसकी आप रोज आकर बात करेंगे. So it's very long term. So your seniors have this thing with you, the strategy part, but they don't get involved into this day to day. और जहां पर इस चीज में डेली बेसिस पे इन्वॉल्व हुआ जाता है इस स्ट्रैटेजी पार्ट के अंदर, then that becomes माइक्रो मैनेजमेंट. और माइक्रो मैनेजमेंट एक्चुअली डिस्ट्रॉयज एवरीथिंग. जहां पर हम बात करते हैं, अक्सर आप यू मस्ट गो बैक आफ्टर दिस सेशन एंड सर्च ऑन गूगल माइक्रो मैनेजर्स. सो यू विल सी कि जब आप माइक्रो मैनेज करते हैं तो उससे क्या होता है, यू एक्चुअली disrupt, you actually distract all the rhythm you have created so far. और उसकी वजह से एक ट्रस्ट फैक्टर भी अफेक्ट होता है टीम्स के अंदर, जब आप चीजों को स्ट्रैटेजी को आप बिल्कुल डाउनस्ट्रीम ला के उसको डेली बेसिस के ऊपर रडार में मॉनिटर करना स्टार्ट कर देते हैं and weighs up the options and decides. So its strategy part is always with stays with the top management side. मिसाल के तौर पे you started with a very good strategy for the next 5 years, और हुआ क्या कि पूरी दुनिया के अंदर COVID-19 आ गया, and now there is a pandemic situation. 80% of the world is locked down. एयरलाइंस इंडस्ट्री 50% क्लोज है, बहुत सारे बिजनेस क्लोज हो गए हैं, बहुत सारे लोगों ने अपनी जॉब्स लूज कर दी हैं. अब क्या है, नाउ यू, अब देर इज, आपने बनाई तो हर चीज को बड़ा फोर्स ही करके थी अगले 5 साल के लिए, लेकिन एक ऐसी अनसर्टेन सिचुएशन आई जिसकी वजह से नाउ यू हैव टू रीथिंक ऑन योर स्ट्रेटजी पार्ट. अब आपको अपनी स्ट्रैटेजी पर रीथिंक करना पड़ रहा है. ये बिल्कुल ऐसे ही है जैसे यू सी द टॉप ऑफ द पीक एवरेस्ट, और आपने यहाँ पर पहुंचना है और यहाँ पर आपने अपने झंडे गाड़ने हैं और आपने यहाँ फ्लैग यहाँ पर आकर पुट करना है. बट बिफोर दैट आपने स्ट्रैटेजी के अंदर, अब देर आर 10 रूट्स जो यहाँ पहुंचते हैं, और आपने स्ट्रैटेजी बनाई कि आप जो है राइट बॉटम से जो है हाइक करना स्टार्ट करेंगे. और पता ये चला कि इन द मिडल ऑफ द पीक देयर वाज द लैंडस्लाइडिंग, तूफान आ गया और उसने उस रास्ते को ब्लॉक कर दिया. So as a sensible leader, what you will do, that you will change your path. So this also happens with the companies, and even can also happens with you as well. So this is one of the reason when we gave an example of the eagle, then when the eagle is flying, जब वो full pace में हवा में उड़ रहा होता है, तो ये बड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट है कि वो अपने आप को कंप्लीटली सिचुएशन बेस्ड साथ साथ चैनलाइज कर रहा होता है. सो इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि हम अपनी स्ट्रैटेजी को रिविजिट भी करते रहें, सो दैट वी मेक श्योर कि उसकी इफेक्टिवनेस और प्रोडक्टिविटी ज्यादा से ज्यादा रहे. ओके, द नेक्स्ट पार्ट आफ्टर दिस, these all things जो हमने अब तक डिस्कस की हैं, ये सारी चीजें एक कल्चर को जन्म देती हैं। जो वैल्यूज, जो इखलाकी कदरें, जो सोच आप अपने साथ रखते हैं किसी भी चीज के हवाले से, वो एक माहौल को जन्म देती है। चाहे आप वो घर में बात करें, जब आप घर में होते हैं और जिस तरह की सोच या जिस तरह के, फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ यू आर सेटिंग इन a library surrounded with lots of good books around you, और आप वहां आते हैं और रोज एक नई किताब पढ़ते हैं, अच्छी किताब पढ़ते हैं, तो अब आपका जो नर्चरिंग है आपके जहन की या आपके थॉट प्रोसेस की, आपके इर्द गिर्द की इन्वायरमेंट की, वो एक पर्टिकुलर किस्म के कल्चर को, सॉरी, एक पर्टिकुलर किस्म के कल्चर को जन्म देती है। और वो कल्चर क्या है? यू विल सी इन लाइब्रेरी डिसिप्लिन, रिस्पेक्ट फॉर ईच अदर, कंप्लीट पेन ड्रॉप साइलेंस, पीस, focus, meditation part. So these all things come together, and this is the culture of libraries. जब आप लाइब्रेरी में जाते हैं and you see the culture of there, so that's like, it's like, हम मैंने जितने points बताए हैं उनको आप put together to defines the culture of a library. Likewise, when we are working for organizations, तो जो उनका vision है, जो values हैं, जो purpose, mission, strategy, that all defines actually the culture part. But how it becomes toxic? Culture toxic तब बन जाता है जब आपके जो जिस कंपनी में, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में आप काम कर रहे हैं, वो कंपनी एज वैल्यू सिस्टम्स जो क्लेम करती है, जो आपने उनकी बुक्स में, वेबसाइट पे, उनकी ब्रांड में एक रिफ्लेक्शन देखी है, और उनका ब्रांड प्रॉमिस एवरी चीज, हर चीज के ऊपर, क्या वो डेली रूटीन में भी रिफ्लेक्ट हो रहा है? मिसाल के तौर पे हमने बात की थी एसीसीए की वैल्यूज की, इंटेग्रिटी, इंक्लूजन एंड इनोवेशन. So when, as an employee of ACCA, whenever I walk into the ACCA office, क्या ये तीन values reflect हो रही हैं? अच्छा, अब ये reflect कैसे होती है? For example, during the meetings, for example, during the presentations, during the projects, जो रोज चल रहे हैं, रोज का जो ऑपरेशन है, इंटेग्रिटी पार्ट कितना स्ट्रॉन्ग है हमारे हर फंक्शन में, लोग उसको कितना एडमायर करते हैं, जो मेरा बॉस है, जो मेरी टीम है, क्या वो लोग रोज आकर कितना इनोवेटिव आइडियाज पर काम करते हैं, या दे आर स्टक विद द ओल्ड ऑर्थोडॉक्स, दे डोंट एक्सप्लोर मोर, दे डोंट एक्सपेरिमेंट मोर. Likewise, even in this current situation, pandemic के अंदर, when we know कि हर तरह के offices बंद हो चुके हैं, so ACCA has started innovating itself digitally. So it means कि ये value हमारी innovation जिंदा है. So इसी तरह से जब कभी आपके ऊपर भी पर्सनल लेवल के ऊपर भी कुछ सिचुएशन आती है, तो या एक कल्चर डिफाइन करता है कि आप जो बेसिकली कह रहे हैं कि ये 6 वैल्यूज आपको रिप्रेजेंट करती हैं, वो आप एक्शंस में, अपनी बॉडी लैंग्वेज में, कोऑर्डिनेशंस में प्रैक्टिकली कितना एक परस्यू कर रहे हैं, दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. और इसमें इफ यू सी द लास्ट पॉइंट, अंडरस्टैंडिंग, lack of understanding leads to confusion and multi-directional approach which ultimately kills the trust. और इसमें एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है कि अक्सर ये होता है कि people actually don't get the values के, और वो वैल्यूज ऊपर से ट्रिकल डाउन नहीं हो रही होती प्रॉपरली. मींस के आपकी मैनेजमेंट से जब कभी भी आप पार्टनर बनेंगे, सीनियर मैनेजर बनेंगे, आप वो वैल्यूज खुद कितना जी रहे हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, we talk about any cricket team, let's say, and in the cricket team, let's talk about any good captain. So if we talk about a captain, if captain is himself confused, is himself unable to take pressure in the pressure situations, is actually unable to perform himself, जब वो अगर वो बैट्समैन है, वो आ रहा है और वो अगर खुद परफॉर्म नहीं कर रहा, अगर वो बॉलर है तो वो खुद विकेट्स नहीं ले रहा है, तो ही इज नॉट एक्चुअली पुटिंग दी ऑल द रिक्वायर्ड, जो कैप्टन या लीडर की जो एक इंग्रेडिएंट्स होते हैं, अगर वो खुद रिफ्लेक्ट नहीं कर रहा, तो वो इसी वजह से ट्रिकल डाउन भी नहीं होता और जिसकी वजह से टीम भी वीक होती है. So it leads to a very toxic culture. Okay, let's talk about strong culture. कौन सी चीजें हैं जो एक strong culture को represent करती है? One of the very important thing कि even आप अभी जब स्टूडेंट हैं और आप जब स्टूडेंट से ट्रेनी या आर्टिकलशिप या इंटर्नशिप करेंगे और आप बिल्कुल एक बेसिक बिल्डिंग ब्लॉक या एक बेसिक पिलर वाली फर्स्ट स्टेप पे होंगे, किसी भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की फर्स्ट ग्राउंड लेयर के ऊपर होंगे. And from there, if you actually understands the company vision completely, and you start living up those values of that banking industry or public practice firm or big four where you are working, or in the industry, or any idea you are working on, from the very first day when you walk in, when you leave, you are actually living those values in your daily tasks, in your seasonal projects, even cross functional. By cross functional, we mean when you are actually a part of an audit team and you are having a cross functional coordination with people from tax side, with people from business advisory side. So that's how we mean by cross functional coordination. Even during that coordination, what are you reflecting actually in terms of your values? And also, when you are interacting or having a coordination with your external stakeholders, and what is actually you're reflecting on the brand promise, जो आप सर्विसेज क्लेम करते हैं, जो आप एक जो कस्टमर है या जो क्लाइंट है, उसको जो एक प्रॉमिस आप डिलीवर करते हैं एज अ ब्रांड, आप उसके ऊपर कितना उसको ट्रांसलेट करते हैं रियल. So here we have three again ACCS, just to correlate with all of you. For ACCA fraternity, ACCA की तीन वैल्यूज हैं: इंटेग्रिटी, इंक्लूजन, इनोवेशन. सो ये तीन वैल्यूज आप कितना एक स्ट्रांगली रिफ्लेक्ट करते हैं, एक्चुअली एक मेजरेबल स्ट्रॉन्ग कल्चर के अंदर इसको कन्वर्ट करता है. ओके, दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंटली. Vision is nothing if you don't have a leader along which drives actually that vision. For example, you have an excellent brand Mercedes car with you, जो आपकी हमेशा से ख्वाहिश है, आप तसव्वुर करते हैं, that is in front of you, but you don't have the driver actually to drive that Mercedes. Maybe you have driven in the past some van or minivan or Meron, but you need to have that body language to drive that Mercedes. So if you have the vision with you, which is based on excellence, right? So you need to have that leadership mind with you, which is actually going to drive that vision. So you have put a vision in front of you where you want to be after 8 to 10 years. Now you need to see where is the leader within me. With the help of that, you are going to drive that vision. So the vision is up at the company's top of the line statement. The vision is there. Now, who are the leaders who are actually driving that vision? Important, very important. Leaders cast vision. Leaders represent the vision within their body language, within their actions. They translate coming in out through their performance, through their talk, through their body language, the way this, even the way they stand, everything. You must be you must remember when you used to be in some English class literature subject, and your teacher used to come in and say, if you really want to learn English, walk in English and talk in English, right? So likewise, if you really want to actually drive your vision, then you need to live your vision. And leaders actually live that vision, because otherwise it's somewhere in the book, it's somewhere in the laptop, your vision. Now you need to, आपने उसको जिंदा करना है, और लीडर्स उसको जिंदा करते हैं. जैसे हमने जिना साहब की बात की, जैसे हमने स्टीव जॉब्स की बात की, जैसे हमने माइकल एंजलो की बात की. How they better drive that vision? They stay clear and loud. They don't get down when broadcasting vision for the companies. They also involve people. Very known term I've written on the slide as well. Feedback is the breakfast of the champions. So leaders are the fine champions who build anything with the involvement of their people and build that trust factor and ensure that it's a promise. It means something very important to them, that vision. And they translate that through their ability of their skills, their body language, and communication part. And then they personalize it, as I said. For example, if you see the advertisements of the banks, so banks में एक बहुत important ad आता था. I must suggest you all कि जब आप जाएं तो बैंक अल्फला के ads देखें, the way forward के. So the way forward, उनकी branding, उनका अंदाज, सोच, उनका जो thought process है, उनका जो vision है, उनकी tagline है. एक one of the ads जिसमें उनके CEO आते हैं. So you'll see he will be very much dressed up. Back end के ऊपर very motivating, inspirational background music is there. His hair is uh, very well dressed up. बाल बड़े अच्छे से बने हैं. It looks very sharp. So actually, what they are trying to portray there is that they are trying to deliver their thought process and the vision through that person's body language and character, and maintain resilience. Likewise, when you are actually aspiring to reach at the top, so आपको resilient होना पड़ता है. You will face challenges, you will face uncertainties, you will come across lots of barriers, but you stay firm. Okay, uh, one of my very favorite picture. Uh, Saklan Mushtaq is the bowler. He is bowling, and जो fielding setting है, जो field setting है, what he has done कि उसने बिल्कुल एक फोकस के साथ प्लान करके चीजों को आर्टिकुलेट करके. You see now where is the focus? If you just see for once, just look at the picture, the eyes and the body, where umpire is looking. Now see where the batsman is looking. Now see where all the fielders are looking. That's how you actually drive your goals, or aim for your goal or targets. And that's the best example of the complete, basically, articulation of what we have discussed so far. Okay, I would suggest all of you after this session to go back और अपना एक विजन बोर्ड बनाएं. उस विजन बोर्ड के अंदर, और उस विजन बोर्ड एक एक बड़ा सा फ्लिप चार्ट लें, या जहां पर आपका वर्क स्टेशन है, जहां आप बैठते हैं, या आप जिस रूम में आपका जो बेडरूम है या स्टडी रूम है, जहां पर आप बैठकर काम करते हैं या अपना ज्यादा वक्त बिताते हैं या गुजारते हैं, वहां पर एक प्लेन बड़ी वॉल लें या एक फ्लिप चार्ट लें, और उसके ऊपर स्टार्ट राइटिंग जो आप लाइफ में जो जो करना चाहते हैं. ट्रैवल, एडवेंचर, प्रोफेशनली आप कहाँ पहुंचना चाहते हैं, whatsoever it is, so your personal side, your professional side, whatsoever it is, you want to travel, you want to explore, you want to go on hiking, you want to earn more money, you want to buy Mercedes, you want to buy Jaguar, whatsoever it is, whatsoever it is, put that on that vision board, and so that daily आपकी नजर उस पर पड़े. What it will do, it will motivate you, it will create positivity, it will keep you very optimist. आपको एक रोज के हिसाब से एक विजुअल पावर ऑफ विजुअलाइजेशन, सो विल कीप ऑन विजुअलाइजिंग डेली. आप यहाँ से और आप यहाँ से अपने उसको एक कॉन्फिडेंस में तब्दील करते रहेंगे और इमोशनली इंटैक्ट रहेंगे, फोकस्ड रहेंगे with what you actually want to achieve in your life, with more determination and self confidence. Okay, so what is vision? Is vision a goal you want to achieve? No. One's vision is not a roadmap but a compass. It's basically a direction, the peak, the direction there I have to reach, the compass. So आप कहीं बीच में डिट्रैक्ट भी हो गए, आप कहीं बीच में आंधी भी आ गई, तूफान भी आ गई, लैंडस्लाइडिंग भी हो गई, आपके सामने को अनसर्टेन सिचुएशन भी क्रिएट हो गई, लेकिन यू नो व्हाट्स योर डेस्टिनेशन, व्हाट्स दैट लास्ट चेक पॉइंट, what's the flag point. So you are actually, so your compass, it would be like your compass in your hand. So this is it from my end. Thank you very much for attending. uh, if Shahid, if we Rashid, we can have questions now.
Thank you, Asad, for a brief presentation. So I would request every attendee to share their questions on the question box so that we can answer the question accordingly. So we just wait for 2 to 3 minutes. After that, we will start the answering part.
Shahid, my voice is clear, right?
Yes, I can hear you loud.
Okay, great.
Okay, Asad, we have first question from Malik Zain Sikandar. Zain wants to know that how strategic plan of a company address contingencies like COVID-19.
हमने अपनी इस स्ट्रैटेजी के अंदर एक हमने बात की थी कि आप अपनी स्ट्रैटेजी को always, if I can go on that slide so that you can actually see what I'm talking about. Okay, इसमें अगर आप last point देखें, leaders weighs up the options and decides. So जब कभी भी आपके सामने एक स्ट्रैटेजी बनती है, एक स्ट्रैटेजी होती है, दैट इज नॉट समथिंग व्हिच हैज बीन नाउ फिक्स्ड, वो एक फिक्स माइंडसेट के साथ नहीं बनती है. ऑब्वियसली उसके अंदर आप अनसर्टेनिटीज को बिल्कुल गेज करते हैं. मिसाल के तौर पर यूजुअल अनसर्टेनिटीज क्या होती हैं पाकिस्तान के अंदर, मिसाल के तौर पे अगर हम पाकिस्तान की बात करें, धरना आ गया, कोई कोई पॉलिटिकली सिचुएशन आ गई ऐसी जिसकी वजह से छुट्टियां हो गई, कोई कोई कुछ भी, और जिस तरह से पाकिस्तान के अंदर कुछ भी होता रहता है, तो वो यूजली कैलकुलेटेड होती है, सब कैलकुलेटेड होती हैं वो बैक एंड पे, और वो आपकी स्ट्रैटेजी में जहन में रखकर आपकी स्ट्रैटेजी बनाई जाती है. लेकिन ऐसी सिचुएशंस जहां पर जैसे कोविड-19 आ गया, अब ये वो एक ऐसी सिचुएशन है विच इवन व्हाइट हाउस ने भी गेज या प्रेडिक्ट नहीं की थी दैट इट्स गोइंग टू बी इन द पॉकेट ऑफ दिस वर्ल्ड, राइट. सो उसकी वजह से जो एक झटका मिला है पूरी दुनिया को, वो सबके सामने बड़ा ऑब्वियस है. और जैसा कि मैंने आपको बताया कि जो बेसिकली स्ट्रेटजी है, इनको जो बैक कर रही होती हैं चीजें, वो वैल्यूज होती हैं कंपनी की. अब हमने एसीसीए की जब वैल्यूज की बात की थी तो हमने क्या बोला था, हमने बोला था एक वर्ड था इनोवेशन. अगर आप इस पे जाएं, एसीसीए का विजन है, ये कह रहा है कि एबिलिटी टू एंटिसिपेट फ्यूचर. आखिरी लाइन देखें, filling the gaps by thinking innovatively. What it means कि इनोवेशन अगर आपकी बॉडी लैंग्वेज में है, अगर आप बाय बिल्ट इन ही इनोवेटिव रहते हैं, आपकी रूट्स में इनोवेशन है, समहाउ आप अपने आप को इनोवेट करके न्यू नॉर्मल के साथ अपने आप को भी नॉर्मल कर लेंगे, एंड यू विल सिंक इन योरसेल्फ विद दैट न्यू नॉर्मल. एंड इफ यू गो इन द लास्ट फ्यू गुड, जितने दिन से ये आया है, यू गो एंड जस्ट सी द फेसबुक फॉर एसीसी, यू विल सी कि हाउ इन हमने क्विकली बाय प्लेइंग दैट इनोवेशन पार्ट, एसीसीए ने अपने आप को डिजिटली अलाइव किया है. सो आप स्ट्रैटेजी को हमेशा फिक्स माइंडसेट के साथ नहीं देखते हैं, और इसके अंदर आपकी जो वैल्यूज है वो फिर रोल प्ले करती हैं कि आपकी एक्चुअली वैल्यूज क्या है, और उन वैल्यूज की मदद से आप रीडिजाइन करते हैं अपनी स्ट्रैटेजीज को. थैंक यू.
Okay, we have a question from Muhammad Anas Khan. Anas is saying that what if you realize somewhere that your vision is not working anymore? Then what to do in this situation?
Very important thing is that all your life you keep on learning more and more. First thing, get to know this. You need to always be open about the learning side all of your life. ये आपने सुनी होगी बात के लर्निंग, इल्म के लिए कोई भी उम्र जो है काफी नहीं है, चाहे आप लेट 50s में है, मिडिल 30s में, या कहीं पर भी है. एंड व्हाट सो परफेक्ट नॉलेज यू हैव विद यू, आप जितने थॉरो प्रोफेशनल अकाउंटेंट है, व्हाटएवर इट इज, बट यू कीप ऑन इवॉल्विंग योरसेल्फ, कीप ऑन इवॉल्विंग योरसेल्फ. एंड दिस इज द रीजन कि आप इसको 3 to 6 months या 8 months पे डिजाइन नहीं करते. दिस इज वन ऑफ द रीजन कि आप इसको 10 साल या 12 साल के बाद देख रहे होते हैं, और विजन वो नहीं होता कि आप जिसको फिर डेली आर्टिकल करते हैं. अंडरस्टैंड दिस, आपने एक विजन क्रिएट किया है, अब आप जो बात कर रहे हैं कि वो विजन नहीं, वो आपका आपकी स्ट्रैटेजी या मिशन है विच इज नॉट मे बी राइट. आप उस अल्टीमेटली उस विजन को अचीव करने के लिए, और जो विजन होता है वो एक्सीलेंस पे बेस होता है. विजन doesn't come to the point anywhere in your life जहां पर आप उसको जाकर physically tangibly grab कर सकते हैं. अगर आप देखें, I'll just quickly make you go through this vision slide of ACCA, और आप इसको पढ़ें 1 मिनट के लिए. क्या कह रहा है, क्या इसमें कोई ऐसी चीज की बात कर रहे हैं where are actually we are building some building or any city or any empire or anything जिसको physically grab किया जा सके, यानी कि ये एक्सीलेंस पे बेस्ड है. तो विजन्स जो होते हैं वो हमेशा एक्सीलेंस पे बेस्ड होते हैं. एक एक हॉलीवुड के एक एक्टर है मैथ्यू मैकनॉय, उनकी ऑस्कर की विनिंग स्पीच आप जाके लाजमी देखिएगा. इस पर्टिकुलर सवाल पे ही जवाब मैं ये कह रहा हूँ, जिसमें he says कि when I was very young, so I saw that my hero is at the age of 16. So that was his mission actually. When he said, when I turned up 16, so I started seeing that no, my hero is somewhere at the age of 25. So when I turned up 25, I started seeing that my hero is somewhere in the 40s. So that's how actually your missions, your strategies keeps on changing, but your vision for which you have derived for the 8 years, 10 years stays there. Thank you.
Thank you, Asad. We have a question from Fahad Saeed. Fahad is asking that how is so important to have a mentor in your organization, and if yes, then how you can how a person can choose a mentor.
I think you need to put a balance to your value system in this perspective. There is one value system of the company you are working for, and there is one your own value system that you are dedicated, that you are passionate, that you are innovative, creative. That is your side. and now the other is the company side. So whosoever you are looking for as a mentor should have both sides of your personal part and your the organizational values part within that person as well, so that whatever you improvise in terms of your growth or channelize, that also stays relevant to yourself and also to the organization. Thank you.
Walid Sajad is asking that how to properly deal with a micromanager.
Very good question. Okay. Um, Actually, you work in the organizations to complete the appetite of your job description. आप अपनी job description को justify करते हैं अपने काम में, and through that job description or your objectives, you are actually working towards the vision of that organization. So when you are working towards the vision of any organization, or then it's not about the people around you, but to work around that vision, you also work around with people, right? So when you know where is your goal, where you have to reach, then you try to actually manage people around you. तो उसमें अगर आपके बॉस हैं, आपके कोई कॉलीग्स हैं, आपके क्रॉस फंक्शनल टीम से कोई भी लोग हैं, आप उन सब को मैनेज करते हैं by staying yourself intact and on the page with the philosophy, the value systems, and the policies of the company you are working with, and you don't deviate from that. If you don't deviate from that, that's how everything gets managed. Thank you.
Thank you, Asad. Hamad Rahman is asking that if we fail again and again in our vision due to some unexpected situation, then at that time, what should we do?
You need to rethink on the strategies you are pursuing, or if the strategy part is fine. So first of all, always start from your objective side. So there is a difference between the strategy and the objective side. Objective side has to do with our daily walk in and out, daily or tasks, or the project of the 3 months, or all those things which comes in your 1 year performance, right? First go there and see that is there any problem here with my understanding of my objectives or what. If you see that you're putting your best and there is a complete clarity around the objectives you are actually pursuing, daily walking out, then you need to actually go and talk to your maybe senior manager or work that he might be helping you, so that you can see where is actually the error. Maybe it's with my objective setting, or with the manager who actually needs to rethink on the strategy part. Thank you.
Right, thank you. Anas is requesting that regarding the webinar recorded version and contents. Anas, just to let you know that after this session, our team will be sharing the content as well as the recorded version within a day or so, inshallah. So all the attendees will be receiving the contents and the recorded version. Thank you. So I would like to encourage all the attendees, if they are having any question, just please mention those and get best possible opportunities. Okay, we have now a question from Shahrukh Shaukat. Shahrukh
Okay.
is mentioning how to select a mentor, what attributes to keep in mind.
Okay. अभी आई थिंक ये जो फहद का क्वेश्चन था, फहद सईद का, वो भी इसके क्लोज था, बट आई थिंक के if Shahid, can you repeat the question? Shahid, can you repeat the question?
Okay, Shahrukh has mentioned that how to select a mentor, what attributes to keep in mind.
Okay, great. You always keep those attributes in mind जो आपने where actually, for example, हमने बात की थी कि there is your personal part and there is one the organizational part. For example, if we talk, let's start talking about from the ACCA side. In ACCA, whatever the executive team, the top of the team is doing, sitting in UK, or the senior management part, or the is doing actually, they are working on the strategy जो बनी है, and that strategy is derived from, again, from our values, ACCA values: inclusion, integrity, and values, right? So when actually you're looking for someone to guide you or mentor, you need to create a balance equation between what you are looking for, what are your values as a professional, and what you where you want to be in terms of your career through your those values. So you need to put a balance into that particular personality and start seeing, looking for a person who has a good mix of both your personal side values as well and the organizational values as well. He's pursuing on the organizational values as well, he's there. So if he has both, not only, most of the time what we do, that we always look for a person who actually is very much delivering on the value system of the organization you are working for. But still you see a very strong disconnect whenever you try to interact, or there is the mentor mentee side के ऊपर आप आते हैं तो उसके ऊपर आपको हमेशा एक disconnect feel होता है, because you see a complete disconnect on your personal side. Personally आप जिन values को admire करते हैं, aspire करते हैं, वो आपको वहां पर आपको एक डिस्कनेक्ट मिलता है, बिकॉज एट द एंड ऑफ द डे पर्सनल वैल्यूज बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, बिकॉज पर्सनल वैल्यूज ही डिफाइन कर रही हैं कि आप आज अगर एसीसीए में जॉब कर रहे हैं तो क्यों कर रहे हैं. सो यू ऑलवेज नीड टू हैव दैट, फाइंड दैट बैलेंस इक्वेशन on the organizational values and your personal values. I'm sure I've answered the question. Otherwise, Shahrukh, you can always just give me a quick call and we can discuss.
Okay, Asad, thank you. I think that's all with the question. Over to you now.
Right. Thank you very much. Please give your feedback. I'm trying actually from my core of my heart to put the best of my abilities to these sessions and give my best. So thank you very much for all your good time. Thank you. So over to you, Shahid and Rashid.
थैंक यू असद एंड थैंक यू सो मच सारे अटेंडीज का शुक्रिया. आप लोगों ने ये सेकंड एपिसोड आप लोगों ने अटेंड किया. वी आर लेफ्ट विद 4 more sessions, so I would encourage every one of you to keep in touch with us. और आप जो नेक्स्ट जो सेशन की जो डेट जो है वो आप अपने कैलेंडर में लॉक कर लीजिएगा. And see you all in the next session. Apart from these series of sessions, हमारे exciting और भी बहुत से events हैं. So I would recommend every one of you to keep checking your emails and keep looking at your emails, so that you can get to know that how and what kind of exciting events ACCA is bringing up for you. So looking forward to meet you in the next session. बाकी आप सब अपना ख्याल रखें. Thank you so much, Asad. Looking forward. Thank you. Allah
Thank you.
Hafiz.
Thank you.